Welcome to this episode of YouTube where Denali and Grizz are back on the back habitat den. I want to thank Stephanie for watching the webcams and alerting me to this clip here. Grizzer's lying on his side in the sun. We've had temperatures in the 50s, so that's actually quite warm for wolves. And Denali coming up on the top. That's not really any concern to Grizzer. It's not like a standover of a sort of dominance, just a share in the same space kind of behavior. So certainly it shows me that Grizzer is very aware of his surroundings. We're obviously concerned about cognitive function at 17 years of age. The ravens clearly let us know that he is aware of his surroundings, and we are in the time frame of ravens starting to doing some nesting, and so they're going to start picking some of this hay as well as, unfortunately, Grizzer's tail for some nesting material. So we've had issues with that the last couple of weeks. Fortunately, Grizzer is very quick to be able to alert the ravens that that is not appropriate behavior. So we certainly are happy to report that Grizzer is feeding on carcasses with Denali. This is a beaver he's caching, and I'm caching it obviously after dark. When the ravens are up and around, they do lose a lot of food. Nice to see that Grizzer's got the mobility and certainly interest in being able to display that behavior. And then we had a little bit of snow last night. So we had almost a foot of snow that came down between about maybe 8 o'clock at night and 6 in the morning. The Arctics are up and enjoying it, and it certainly came with a little bit of an east wind, which is where we picked up a little bit of that extra moisture. The standard activity for these guys would be maybe bedded down, but because it is relatively warm, it was still in the 20s, certainly meant that they didn't have any issue being out in that temperature. So not only did we see them interacting on our cameras, but Explore.org, which has a camera on the other side of the enclosure, actually picked up a little bit of feeding behavior early this morning. So after all the snow had fallen, we had fed beaver yesterday afternoon. Ever the wolves can take an opportunity to eat in the middle of the night. It's typically a cooler time of the day. That's why we usually feed, say, after 4 or 5 o'clock at night, or the Saturday night what's for dinner program. So this week was Wednesday, a couple of beaver. On Saturday night, they'll get part of a deer torso, and you can usually pick them up on the webcams feeding. They may be over, like I said, this is the Explore.org camera. There are camera operators that allow the camera to be zoomed in on activity, so it gives you a pretty good glimpse of what's going on. So getting 12 inches of snow in March is a little bit different than getting 12 inches of snow in January. You're going to see that snow melts quickly, and we have already cleared off the tops of the dens and put out more cover hay this morning, and we expect that by the weekend or early into next week, you're going to see back to bare dirt and start to see the kind of the spring mud season happen here. So enjoy the wolves enjoying the snow as long as you can, because spring is right around the corner. See you next time.